I'm sorry about this afternoon, guys. I did not feel good, but I feel much, much better now. I've had some food in me. I've had some water in me. I've had some vitamins in me. I feel much better. It's always good to, let's change this lighting here. There we go. It's always good to have a well balanced meal, and that's one of the things that we try to do around this household. What's up, Tyler the Creator? You're the first one to show up. We got messages rolling in from all different directions, guys. We got messages rolling in from Discord and from here. Yep, you're the first one today, brother. Welcome in. We're going to wait for a few more people, and then we're going to get talking on tonight's final thoughts. You guys know how it works. Hopefully by now. If you're new here, though, please like and subscribe. It should be an interesting conversation tonight. I talk for about 30 minutes, and then we talk for about 30 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be spending 15 minutes on physical well-being and 15 minutes on mental well-being because they're an extensive subject. What's up, Frost? How you doing, Bubba? Or sweetheart, excuse me. How you doing? But anyway, so yeah, we've got a few people in here now, so we can go on ahead and get started. All right, guys. So mental well-being. That's where we're going to start out with, because a lot of people struggle with this. A lot of people bundle up their emotions and carry around a lot of baggage in their heart. And guys, you shouldn't do that. You should find someone that's an outlet to be able to speak your mind to. Oh, I'm pretty great now. I saw that. That was so cool, Frost. Hi, my Jen Jen. But how you doing, baby? So let's get back to mental well-being. Well, anyway, so yeah. Hello, Leah. Hello, Leah. But anyway, guys, mental well-being, that you bundle up your emotions and you constantly keep them hidden inside yourself. They're going to eat away at you. That's what causes grudges. That's what causes bitterness. That's what causes anger management issues and various other problems. Guys, so being able to talk about what's going on with you doesn't make you weak. Being able to find a way to have a mental release is always a great thing, guys. That's what hunting and fishing does for me. That's what crafting does for me. In fact, I had a rough night. I couldn't sleep because of pain until about 4 o'clock this morning, which is why I felt so bad come 2 o'clock. But I spent all night sitting there practicing braiding because I'm getting ready to make you guys bracelets and necklaces, out of bone and wood and everything like that for my merchandise store, because we're only 10 away. So I got to practice some of my skills, and especially some I haven't used in a while. Oh yeah, ding dong. Oh, it's all right, Frost. You have an awesome night, sweetheart. But anyway, so that was a mental well-being thing for me. Sitting there braiding and learning how to do it again, especially with a small piece of cord, because it was this big when I started. I left the braid in the house, so sorry. My niece was playing with it. But anyway, I'm going to be practicing a lot of skills that I have, and so I can be able to sell it to y'all on the merchandise website. And that's something that helps with my mental well-being, and whether it's gardening, whether it's raising animals, whether it's going for a drive or flying drones, whatever you do that brings you mental happiness, hold on to that. Never let it go. And don't let anyone stop you from ever doing it, guys. Because if you do, you call Papa Gator and he gonna come handle it. All right, guys. But no, joke. But anyhow, so yeah, the whole thing about mental well-being, guys, is that it takes some actual soul searching to be able to figure out what you need to make yourself mentally well. It takes some real deep diving into your own subconscious to be able to figure that out. And sometimes that requires talking to somebody. That doesn't make you weak. That doesn't make you crazy. That doesn't even make you unstable. Guys, I think should be a normal thing for people to have counselors, just like they should have doctors, because everybody has a mental breakdown. I've seen people that are perfectly mentally healthy have breakdowns. My friend Steven, the guy I bought the RV from, he had a mental breakdown a few years ago because of a nasty divorce. So, yeah, and he's perfectly mentally healthy, but he had to take a few years to sit back and rebuild his mental well-being. Guys, rebuilding your mental health can sometimes take a long, long time. I have a good friend who watches the show. His name is Mr. Richard, and he is suffering through a serious case of depression. And guys, depression can take years to beat. It's not something you can just wake up and get over. I've fought with it a lot of times throughout my life, and it's almost won. It's almost won a few times. You wouldn't think that about your boy because of how happy he is now. But yeah, I've almost lost the fight a few times, and I'm not afraid to admit that because it made me a stronger person. It made me realize I had a purpose in my life. And I think I may have found it through you guys. And that brings me mental well-being. And a lot of people have told me hearing some of the things that I talk about and applying some of it has helped them. So, that brings them mental well-being. And guys, it is a long, hard struggle to be able to be there for everyone. I have some fans that have asked me to have personal conversations with them, and I'm working on it, guys. I can only go so fast. And there's not only that, but there's conversations with my Jen in between here and there. There's conversations with my friend and doing work for him in the process. So guys, I'm a busy man. So if I can't get around to messaging you and talking to you exactly when you need me, I do apologize. I'll get to you as soon as I can, man. But, I'm always here to try to take and bring people better mental health, better physical health if I can, because guys, I know I don't look it, but I've lost a lot of weight since I've moved into this RV. And it's not just because of lack of food or anything like that, because, I find my own food. It's because I've been having to work a lot, so I've lost over 20 pounds. And I'm happy about that because I was at 250. I was not happy with myself. But anyhow, guys, but that's part of being mentally happy. Sometimes getting your physical health in order can give your mental well-being a boost. So sometimes it takes something as little as going on a diet and losing a little bit of weight to make yourself feel better. Self-confidence is another way of describing well-being of your mental health. Self-confidence is something a lot of people are lacking nowadays, and you can see it in the way they move, the way they talk, and the things they talk about, and especially the songs they listen to. Music can tell you a lot about the person, and music's also an outlet, for mental well-being for a lot of Americans, for a lot of people around the world. Music is the song of the soul, and that can always help you out. If you need to sit down, chill out. If you're a smoker, smoke a cigarette. If you're not a smoker, Get your favorite drink, get your favorite snack, whatever it is. Sit down, think a little while, just chill. Clear your mind and think about who you are, and you'll find your mental well-being. It seems difficult, guys. It really does. But when you sit down, you give it a try daily, you'll end up finding more and more things out about yourself. Some of the things are going to bother you that you're going to find out about yourself. Some things are going to bug you, but you got to get past them and realize that they are who you are. And then some things are going to make you proud to be who you are. Those are the things you hold on to, and soul searching is a big deal, guys. It's something everybody needs to do eventually. After you get out of college, do a little soul searching. Figure out who you are. Guys, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I recommend it. It's a grisly scene in the world right now. There's so much violence. There's so much pain. There's so much suffering that you've got to take time to keep yourself mentally stable and mentally happy. No matter what it is that you have to do. Unless it's hurting other people, then you need to go get yourself some help. Okay, guys? If your idea of a good time is whooping up on somebody, go join UFC or something like that. Don't go be a hooligan in your town. Go be a boxer. Go be a UFC fighter. Go be one of these guys who's a professional, kicker of the rear end. Ooh, wind's whipping it outside. Maybe we might get a tornado tonight. Maybe not. Oh yeah, always got to keep your comments respectful and nice, or Trolls Bane's going to come down. Anyway, guys, so my last little bit that I have to say on well-being, is simply this. Guys, there's a lot of sayings out there about what it takes to have a happy life. But, one of those sayings is happy wife, happy life. That's not always necessarily true. You got to make sure you got the right wife. You got to make sure she cares about your feelings first. I hear this saying a lot. And honestly, guys, I don't agree with it. And it's because if she's the only one happy, you're not necessarily going to be if she doesn't want you to do things that you enjoy doing. And if you got to do something like a friend of mine's dad, he gave up professional fishing. He was on his way to having his own film series and everything like that, or video series. And his stepmom, or my friend's stepmom, was just like, no, you're not going to do it anymore. So he sold all of his bass equipment and his bass boat and everything like that. And he gave up on it. And he absolutely misses it and regrets it because he was almost making good money. And now he has to work his butt off. So it's an unfortunate situation. But if he would have taken care of his own mental well-being, he would have been happier, and he could have come to a compromise with her, which is something I always believe in. Now, another one, happy balls, happy you. Guys, if your balls ain't out for your health, it ain't worth it. I've had a lot of bosses ask me to do some dangerous stuff, and I told them not without the right equipment. And they fired me for it. But I didn't care because I wasn't going to go up there and get myself killed, or go down there and get myself killed, or get stuck or whatever like that. I just wasn't going to do it. So that's a mental well-being statement that you need to you stand up for yourself for. If it's something you don't think you can do, don't do it. Guys, if you don't think you can succeed 100%, or at least give it a good, honest, as they say, all-American college try, don't do it, guys. Put 100% of your mental well-being into everything you do, and make sure that mental well-being is cared for. And you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish and how short a time you can accomplish it. Guys, because it's just something about when your self-confidence builds. And it's just something about whenever you're mentally fit that life just seems to fall into place. Now, on to physical well-being. This one's a biggie. And the reason being is because some people take this too far, guys. And what I mean by some people take this too far is I have seen people literally take and call into work for a headache. A headache, guys. Oh, my head hurts. Take some Tylenol, man. Do like the rest of us. Throw some, about 3 ibuprofen down your throat and go to work. Guys. But now if you're sitting there and you wake up because, you worked the day before and you threw your back out and you didn't know you did it because let's face it, adrenaline has great probabilities. You all of a sudden wake up the next morning and you can't move. You need to call in, bro. If you wake up the next morning, you got a fever, call in. You're throwing up, even if you ain't got a fever, call in. That is mental well-being. That is you taking your physical health, which is needed to perform whatever job whatever occupation you're in, your physical health is needed. That's why in Japan, they allow workers to take naps. It shows dedication. It shows dedication to your job if you're willing to take a nap at work. And guys, I'd work a 13-hour shift I'd work a 20-hour shift if I could take a nap. I mean, I'd be happy as a lark. Yeah, they work their people to death. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes they work triple shifts. But if I can sleep and still get my work done, I'm chill because I'm getting paid the whole time, and I'm earning my pay, and that's part of physical well-being as well, is making sure that your soul, your very spirit is happy. All right, guys, that's part of your physical well-being, because if you're not spiritually happy, your body's just going to fall apart. I've seen that happen. Now, however, a wonderful thing about physical well-being as well is getting back into shape. Guys, if you were a little overweight, it might take you forever to do it, but give it a shot. Try to lose some weight. It wouldn't be that hard. Instead of eating, a cheeseburger or a chili dog, eat a salad, eat some chicken, change your diet up just a little bit. You can still make delicious foods, guys. Trust me, and make them completely healthy. So diet is another big part of physical well-being. Look at your diet. What are you eating? What are you drinking? What is it that is affecting your health? Like, for instance, tonight, instead of the sweet tea, like we normally have, I have some whole vitamin D milk. And the reason being is because I need some more vitamins in my body after my seizure the other day. So, yesterday. I said the other day, didn't I? Whoops. But, man, I got confused all day long. Y'all are lucky I remember what day it is. It is Wednesday, right? Real milk mustache. He needs some milk. Yeah, I did. Can't have that. Makes me feel bloated. Yeah, I know, my Jin. But I need it every now and then to replenish calcium and stuff I lose. But anyway, guys, that's part of my physical well-being. My training, I couldn't do it today because I physically could not move enough to do it. So I'm sorry about not having a training video this morning. We were lucky I got Morning Mojo in. I was not doing happy at all. I was happy, but I was not a happy camper. I was trucking through that, guys. But yeah, if your boss is trying to overstrain you and overwork you to the point where you just physically can't handle it, let them know. Go home if you have to. I mean, if you lose your job, go find a new one. There's plenty. You know, with them deporting so many people now, there's going to be a lot of jobs opening up. So go find you one. Go look now, because they're going to start opening up now, you know, guys. And a lot of these people do a lot of high paying jobs that nobody else wants to do. So man up and go do them. You know, guys, let's make America a strong working environment again for the American people. You know, guys, and helping out your country can also help with your physical well-being. I know that sounds stupid, but when you feel patriotic, you feel strong. And when you feel strong, you feel like you can do almost anything. And when you feel like you can take on the world, buddy, all of a sudden you start working out, you start training, you start cleaning, you start doing projects. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, you've lost 50 pounds because you've been active, you know. So having these little experiences and worrying about your physical well-being, you know, if you feel sick, go to the doctor. If you do holistic medicine, look up what will cure your symptoms. You know, hell, try it all. Try the holistic medicine first, then go to the doctor if you want. Excuse me, trying to burp. But go to the doctor or try the holistic medicine, then go to the doctor, or do the holistic medicine with what the doctor prescribed. I don't care. You know, guys, whatever does your physical well-being best. I know meditation helps some people out. For my mom, it's stretching. You know, y'all saw how crooked her back is from her scoliosis. So she has to do some stretching exercises every now and then just to help herself out. And it does help her feel a lot better, you know, guys, and it helps increase our mobility. So physical well-being is also something you really, really, really need to worry about, guys, because you won't have that forever. You'll have your mental well-being for as long as you're alive, if you're lucky. But your physical well-being, that's always going to wane. No matter how hard we try, you'll never keep your muscles forever. No matter how hard you try, you'll never keep your beauty forever. No matter how much plastic surgery you get, you actually start to look worse when you get too much plastic surgery, guys. Come on. No need to be Barbie dolls in here. I like natural beauty, guys. You know, that's why I love my Jen Jet. That natural, beautiful smile of hers and those big, beautiful brown eyes, you know, and that big, beautiful heart. You know, that's what you look for. Little small traits that you like, but you mainly look for that big heart. You know, because they're going to be the ones that love you forever. And they'll add to your physical well-being too, because you'll want to look good for them. You'll want to make yourself lean, a lean, mean male machine for your lady. And if you're a lady, you're going to want to look sexy for your man. And you know it. You know that. So when you fall in love, that helps with your physical well-being too, because you want to look better for your partner, especially if it's the right one. If it's the right one, you'll do anything to look better for that person. Absolutely anything. And trust me when I say that. That's why I got really serious into thinking about doing the training videos, because I got back with my Jen Jet. I want to look good for her. I want to get back into Viking shape, not Pillsbury Doughboy. You know, I admit I'm fat. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Tom Brady is a clown. Oh, all right, Lisa. Hang on, wait. I heard that. Oh, bro, so cute. Don't make me cry. Oh, thank you. He looks like he has no blood in his head. Who, me? Or are you talking about Tom Brady? Oh, I actually am waiting on. I contacted Cash App today, and they said they mailed off the card. Well, I contacted each and every place they got it, and apparently it got lost somewhere in Austin, which doesn't surprise me. So they shut down the card, and I have to go back through the application process, and I'm going to be doing that first thing tomorrow, because I had a lot of phone calls to make today and I needed to rest. That was part of my physical well-being, guys. when my seizure happened yesterday, it causes my nervous system to go haywire, um, which causes a lot of pain. If you ever been bitten by one fire ant, try having a million over you. You know, it's awful. And so I had to try to take and get some good rest in, so that way tonight I could deliver on my show. If I missed one, I can at least do two. You know, so I might do one late tonight because it's going to be hard for me to sleep tonight, considering I've been up all night last night. But it'll be a lot easier on me tomorrow morning because we're going to have water again tomorrow morning. They're still working on the lines. Unfortunately, I found out what happened. A major water main busted. And so that's why we're out of water. Joy. But they're getting it fixed, guys. It's just going to be early tomorrow morning before it gets done, which I understand. I used to work in the sewer. Sometimes stuff goes wrong. And if it's a really, really old pipe and you can't connect anything to it, you got to just find the other ends of the pipes, replace the whole section of pipe, and then seal it up, guys. So that takes a long, long time, especially if you've got to order the pipe that you need. You know, that can sometimes take 48 hours, you know, and trust me, you get a lot of angry people when they can't poop for 48 hours. But, you know, we still went to the store to get ourselves some water so that we could maintain our hydration. That's physical well-being. You know, you got to pay attention to how you eat, how you drink. You know, you got to pay attention to what you do to make your life better, to make you better. Anything you do to better yourself is going to be through physical or mental well-being, guys. You know, and physical is probably the easiest one that everybody thinks of when they think of health, you know, but you got to think of the mental too, guys. You know, we've only got about 3 minutes left before the hangout session. So, yeah, you know, guys, you got to remember that your mental health is important, but your physical health is, I mean, your physical health is important, but your mental health is just as important. Excuse me, scatterbrain. You know, I'll get my stuff straight here in a second. I think. Oh, nothing. What, my Jin? Is that a merman? Yeah, saying something positive about yourself in the mirror every day does help. You know, that's why I have my motto. You know, that's what I tell myself in the mirror every morning. You love your mama, you love your papa, you love yourself, you're kind, and you always find a way to help. That was what I always tell myself in the mirror, so that I would be a good person growing up. Because I knew I didn't have very many other good traits that people wanted. And so I took and learned how to be a good man. You know, I learned how to be wise, you know, and I don't really try to toot my own horn when I say that. I've just been called wise, you know, and to me personally, I think it's just observation. You know, I think it's just experience. It's just growing up and seeing the people around you and really paying attention to them and listening to those old folks. You know, guys, they've got so much incredible stories to tell you, and they've got so much wisdom to pass down. Sit there and listen to them. You know, nothing was more fascinating to me than sitting down and listening to my grandpa talk about going into the military. And then I would go running through the woods, you know, playing Vietnam, you know, and looking for traps and trying to avoid enemies and things like that, you know, and that led to physical and mental well-being for me, granted, I didn't understand the brutality of that war back in those days, but it led to my love for the forest. It led to my love for nature, and it led to my heavy respect and extreme loyalty to our U.S. military and its veterans. Because, guys, they're the real heroes. I'm sorry, a football player who tosses around a football for a few months out of a year is not a hero. He's not an all-American hero. He's just not. He's just a guy that's good at a sport. Somebody who goes on to the Olympics and represents the entire country in a sport, now that's a hero because they're 1 in 5. Somebody who is a firefighter, that's a hero, guys. And all these people have to care for their physical and mental well-being more than anyone. So do our first responders and our military. So part of our charity chapter, and I haven't figured out which one it's going to be yet, but they're going to take care of our military. They're going to take care of our military and our first responders. And that's the donations they're going to accept. We're going to figure out discords, and each chapter is going to have its own discord. You can choose which chapter you want to go to through the main one when we figure it out. But till then, give us some time, guys. We're still working on how this is all going to go. That's why I created the Chroma Rose Council. So anyway, we're hit 31 minutes. It's time for Hangout. Sorry, milk mustache for real. All right, so how's everybody doing? How's them mama and them? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the 8 likes so far. Yippee! I'll take 5,000, Susie. What's the catch? Yep, meds. Crawfish dinner. Oh, ooh. Winner, crawfish dinner. Hell yeah. No offense, guys, but I miss me some crawfish. I hadn't had me any good crawfish in a long time. And for a swamp rat, that ain't right. Anyway, just tell me how I get it to you, please. Damn deal. Oh, you talking about donations? Brother, I've got to get that Cash App card in. I will not be putting any donations. I will not be accepting any donations until I get that Cash App card in my hand. And the reason being is because I have to register it with the Social Security office so I can register it as a nonprofit charity and show them that I filled out a 501(c)(37) or something like that. Anyway, I have to use it to get the charity registered up. So yes, guys, we're going to have to take and go through some legal processes as soon as I get the card, and then y'all can donate. But guys, I got to do this right or I'll lose my only source of income. So forgive me for it taking so long. I got you. Thank you so much, Susie. Where's my Jin? Hi, Sir Fly. How you doing, brother? Have you heard of the low taper fade? I've heard of the low taper fade, but I don't know what it is, guys. People just tell me that. It's good to see you back, Sir Fly. Welcome back into the show. It's good to be back in the hangout sessions. Where's the rest of my crew? How many of my knights are in here? There's my Jin. Hi, baby. I was wondering where you was. Darn. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've never really heard of it, bro. I've been asked that question by you before. And I gave you the same answer. Right? The first answer was, I don't know what it is. And now you've asked me a second time, and it's just, well, you told me, but still don't know what it is. If you can tell us a little bit more about yourself, we can place you in one of the chapters and we can talk from there. Yeah, that's true, guys. I wish Flying 90 was here, guys, because he's the one who's in charge of the. He told me he put me in charge of the Discord, but I still don't know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to put that up here. But I'm gonna throw the Discord up here tomorrow during Morning Mojo if I can, and you guys go to the Discord, answer the simple question, and we'll figure out a questionnaire to go from there to figure out who you best suit for the chapters of the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum. Guys, because this is it's time to get this started, guys. We're growing. We're getting big. We're almost at 500 people, guys. We literally are less than 10 people away from 500 people. Oh my gods, I can't believe it. It gets my blood pumping whenever I see those numbers increase all the time. And it's not because I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting popular. It's oh my God, the message is getting out. There it is. We are pinning that, Davey. You are awesome. No. Whoops. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Come here, you. And pin message. There we go. I come on anytime between 9:30 and 10 o'clock in the mornings. That's Morning Mojos with me and Jen. And then I try to come on at any time between 2 and 2:30. And then I come on again at 9 o'clock. Now, all these times are Central American time. All right. Now, that's between 9:30, 10 o'clock a.m. That's 2:30 p.m. and or 2 to 2:30 p.m. and 9 o'clock p.m. So I hope to see you guys each day. It's going to be an awesome time. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. We have Morning Mojo every day. We have Afternoon Hangouts with Gator where we just chill and have fun. And then we have Final Thoughts, where I talk about a certain subject that I've been thinking about all day for you guys. And then I turn around and hang out with you guys for the last 30 minutes. Goat. What's with the goats? Oh, I'll see you later, Sir Fly. All right, my Jen. Make sure you come right back, though, baby. I miss you. For all y'all who don't know, Jen is actually my girlfriend. She lives in North Carolina. I live here in Southeast Texas. We met on our friend Somebody Really's chat. And yes, we've talked. We have video timed each other and FaceTimed each other, whole 9 yards, whatever you want to call it. We've communicated in every way we can. And the only thing we have yet to do is meet each other, which that's planned for next year. And that's planned for an actual video, guys. So hopefully you'll come along with me for that time. It's been a wonderful time here on this channel. I've met some incredible people from all over the world. I've made some great friends from all over the US, even some in Canada. This has been I've made friends in India, guys. I never thought this would ever happen. Who thought a little itty bitty boy from the swamps of Southeast Texas would be able to reach out to the world, would be able to reach out to 500 people? Guys, my mom thanks you guys every single day. And the reason being is because she really, really, really misses you. Yeah, I mean, not Mrs. You. I looked down at Jin's name and I was like, I missed you, but she really appreciates you guys. Sorry about the change in tongue there. I slipped up, but my mom really appreciates you guys from the bottom of her heart. She really does, and the reason being is because y'all have brought back the old me before I was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Y'all have brought back a lot of the fun parts about me. And she's very proud that we are creating this organization together. And the reason why I keep saying we is because, guys, I'm just a man. I just had the idea. You guys are making it happen. And I'm glad to see my Jin back. Might be somebody who could be a lord to one of the chapters that's left, and their territory would be UK. How cool would that be? I know, right? If we had somebody from another country become one of the chapter lords, that would be awesome. Oh yeah, outdoor duos. I had a seizure and didn't feel really good for a couple of days. So I'm back to feeling better now, though. All right, cool, Davey. Go right on ahead, man. Be our recruiter. You're doing awesome, Davey. Between you and Flying 90, I think we're making the most progress. We're actually going to probably be the ones to build this organization. It's going to be amazing. I don't blame our younger lords. We do have two individuals who are young lords that are in high school, but they have full permission from their parents, and they want to do charity themselves. So I'm not going to blame them, and I'm not going to be upset about it. But I am going to give them simple charities to handle, like clean beaches up, clean up parks, and things of that sort. They're not going to handle any cash right now, guys. Not until they get out of high school, and then they'll learn how to do that. Let them handle it. Oh, yeah. I will. I am the... Oh, okay. I can't even... That's a weird message there, Tyler. Yes, for sure. Let's see if we can get female populations involved, guys. I want to include everybody. I want to make sure that, this isn't just a male dominant organization. I would love to have some female lords of the chapters. That would be neat. So far, the only one we have is the Turquoise Queen, which is my Jin. And of course, you have the Silver King, which is me. But then we have my Amethyst Lord, which is Davy here. We have our Golden Lord, which is Flying 90. We're getting through to people, guys. Each chapter is going to have their own charity events that they handle, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Because the way I plan it out is, if it works the way I planned it out, it should be a lot more interesting and a lot better than just normal volunteership. Because I want to try to make it like block party kind of fun. Oh, my Jin. Skull. Yeah, Skull Viking. Skull. The Vikinger. Just a little bit of Icelandic to throw in there for you. Well, guys, we're hitting the last 15 minutes. So we're probably going to be wrapping up around an hour like we normally do tonight, guys. So this should be a full episode, which is going to be great. But it's always great to have so many wonderful people here. We'll hope to have a few bit more. We almost got 10 likes, so we're almost halfway to our normal goal of 20, which isn't bad. I'll accept 10. If we can get one more like, that would be great. If you're new here, like, subscribe, join the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum. That's our little group. And we're very respectful. We treat each other with kindness, and we try to spread that love and joy throughout the world. Now, we have a challenge that we've issued out to everybody now, which is called Random Acts of Kindness. Do something small and random that is kind and generous for somebody. And then that way you can take and film it, post it, and put it under Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum, small acts of kindness. And if you do that, guys, we can create a movement where instead of doing these dumb challenges where you're pouring ice buckets on yourself, or, you're eating Tide Pods, for Christ's sake, we can issue a challenge that actually does something that's worth something. Issue a challenge where people make the world better, and that's the biggest deal. Making the world a better place. That's what we should be doing from the first get-go. I don't know about you guys, but I was raised that when you leave a place, it should be in better condition than when you got there. And this earth is somewhere we are born to. Late meds. Yeah, you're a little late, buddy Ghost, but at least you made it, man. How you doing, brother? Late meds. Sorry, that just makes me giggle. I'm just seeing him scream it into a headphone set. Oh, man. But yeah, welcome in, brother. You did miss the conversation on physical and mental well-being, but that's all you really missed. Other than that, we've been hanging out and chilling here, just having a good old time. It was a rough morning and a rough afternoon for me, guys, but you guys are making it a good night. Oh, it's all good. You can always go back and rewatch it, brother. Who knows? Maybe he was running from the Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? What happened? Oh, I had a seizure yesterday. So I had a really rough couple days to recover. But I finally fully recovered from it. Took a minute. I took a few naps. Oh, you're just very tired? Gotcha. Yeah, I'm fine though, brother. Don't worry about me. It was just a petite mall. Hey, we hit 11 likes. Congratulations to us. It'd be awesome if we could hit 20, every night. But, beggars can't be choosers at the moment. I'll take what I can get. I'm just happy to get over 300 views sometimes, but guys, we are moving quickly. We're moving right along. We're getting new nights every single day. They're always pouring in. I was hoping you were okay. How come I couldn't hear about this? 9 more likes. Clint will sing for us. Oh God, you want me to sing? What is wrong with you? Do you want your ears to explode? Good Lord, man. You trying to hurt yourself. Man want me to sing. Good Lord. Sing about the bean slap. The Ballad of the Bean Burrito. The Sound of Silence. Oh, that would actually be a really good one. But guys, I really don't want to butcher it. I mean, I really can't sing, I promise you. But if we did hit 20 likes, I might sing. I might just sing Sound of Silence for you guys, but we'd have to hit 20. Hey, Leno, how you doing? Let's see. Yeah, I really don't know if I could sing Sound of Silence. I really have no idea. Yeah, Jen sings quite often, actually. What's up, Gary? How you doing, brother? We're just sitting here chilling. What's good? Yeah. Oh, man. We're sitting here with Troll's Bane. We got our Mjolnir around our neck. We got our hat on our head. Decided to wear a little camo. Is Sander silent? Mm-hmm. The Sander silence, please. Oh. Troll's Bane. Yep. Got Troll's Bane. Yeah, she can sing You Are My Sunshine. She does it for me all the time. Makes me giggle. Tomorrow for the training video, if my body's up to it, we're going to be training with just Troll's Bane tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be just the axe because I need a little bit more training in the axe. So that's going to be our next one. Oh, it's good to hear you just relaxing. My grandma used sing that to me. Singing to the train, singing. Whoa, they're going so fast. Both your papa and your papa love that song. Oh, that's why my Jin's so sweet. Oh my gosh, guys, my feet are killing me today. My tumors are just have decided to grow today, and ouch. Whoa, never expected. Yeah, they all just kind of started flooding in, didn't they? Well, we got about 9 minutes left here, guys. You have a great grandfather. Wow, I had a great grandmother. Oh, honey, you're fine, baby. What you apologizing for? Ow. A little bit of a pain still left over. Hot tea time with Tyler. That ought to be a good afternoon live for you to create. Hot tea time with Tyler. That's got a good ring time to it. I used to have a friend a long time ago named Tyler Folashewski, and he was really, really cool to hang around with. And yes, my love, my tumor on my feet is hurting pretty bad. It grew a little bit more today. You could actually look at it and see it. But I'm not going to show my old feet on TV. So, but it's great to have you guys here. And I've really thoroughly enjoyed tonight. It was good to be able to be back into my old show. I missed having the hour-long episodes because I love being able to talk to you. If you do sign up for football, I'm going to have my number as 67 because my grandfather was born in 1967. He was a great guy, and it means great luck. Oh, all right. Well, you all have a great night. Was just checking in. So what you learn in the Army is brotherhood and looking out for each other. There you go, Gary. Thank you, brother. It's always good to have you come in, man. Gary's a wonderful man. He takes care of a wonderful woman. You guys should go check out Makeup Artist Aaron. That's @ Makeup Artist, capital E, RIN, and then capital G. I only said it slow so you guys could write it down. But yeah, go check her out. She does makeup tutorials, yes, but she was a first responder and she could really use the knight's help. Midnight is your favorite time, Lynn. Oh, yeah, that's why he's the Midnight Raider. Tea is good at 5 p.m. and 12 a.m. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. My ankle needed to pop. It hurt, but it felt better now. Can't wait till summer to swim. Dude, I can't wait till this summer to go baby turtle hunt. I'm ready to go catch some baby turtles. And a friend of mine says he might know a location where a mother box turtle goes and lays her babies. And guys, if he finds that location, we're going to let the eggs hatch. We're going to put a little cage around it, and we're going to let the eggs hatch. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to collect them. And we're going to raise up baby box turtles instead of little aquatic turtles. But that's only if he can find the little box turtle nest. And that's because, guys, box turtles are having trouble getting back on their feet. So we're going to raise them up, teach them how to forage for themselves and everything like that, and then let them go. Can't wait to finalize the Discord, or at least 99% done by summertime. Oh, I know, right? I can't wait till we finally get this whole thing figured out. You know, I'm working hard on it, guys. There's a lot of red tape I've got to go through as the creator of this group. So there's an especially large amount of federal laws that I have to look into. Oh, that sucks. There, Ghost. You know, we actually had a baby raccoon that we caught in a live trap. And I ended up raising it up, and its name was Zippy. Oh, wow, we going fast. Yeah. You can figure out some structure there, Davey, while I figure out the loopholes. That's a very good idea. You know, because I've got a lot of research that I'm doing, guys. I've got over 300 pages of federal law to go through just to be able to open up a nonprofit charity organization. 300 pages of law. And guys, I'm having to go through Google to translate half this crap. You know, but I'm getting it figured out. You know, it's just been slow and sure because I have to use just my cell phone. So I'm trying to do that while doing my YouTube, while talking to Jen, while talking to you guys, while I'm a little busy. Says one view. Yeah, we only have 3, it says for me. But you kind of ignore me, try not to be greedy. I'm not trying to ignore you, Leno. I wasn't trying to. Let's see what you said. I don't know what's happening in my channel. Everything I go for YouTube, it instantly says log in, log in. Frustrated and sad. I just switched my channel again. I'm sorry, Leno. I'm so sorry. That sounds like crap. Yeah, a million different things at once. But Leno, I'm so sorry that YouTube's giving you so much drama. You know, maybe try rebooting your, maybe try uninstalling it and reinstalling it and then logging in that way. You know, maybe that'll help. It used to help with my old college, but that's the best advice I could give you on that, Leno. Other than that, keep creating new channels, I guess. Oh, never mind. I didn't know you did that, Leno. Yeah, I have no idea then. That's the only thing I can tell you. All right. See you later, Ghost. Take care of yourself. Keep it spooky, man. Have a great night. Well, guys, we're down to the last minute and 15 seconds. So I just wanted to actually sit here and once again, like I do every single night and every single video, I want to thank you guys. Without you guys, there'd be no channel. Without the channel, there'd be no charity. Without the charity, I would have nothing but a dream. You guys are making this dream a reality. Oh, man. Ooh, stomach. Chill out for a second. Sorry. I have to go to the bathroom. I've been trying to wait. But you guys are absolutely 100% amazing. Y'all are what makes my channel work. Y'all are what makes everything, what makes everything a reason to come on here during the day. Y'all are what makes everything pop. You know what I mean? And y'all bring in people. Y'all share and y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all make these videos worth it. And I am so happy to get to represent the world in this little endeavor. And I'm so happy you guys come along with me. But anyway, we hit an hour. So guys, love you mama, love you papa, love yourself, be kind, and always find a way to help. All right, I'll check you guys later. And remember, see you from a swamp, later from a gator.